Adade is tuned in as well. And the team at First Insurance Company. Hey, you better be tuned in. What's up, First Insurance? Yeah! So much fun here on Joy 99.7 FM with Adade saying what yeah.
Like this.
Yeah?
I went to Yasantua Girls Senior High
No,
School.
for today everybody's an Adade. Today,
yeah, this year.
Today everybody's an Adade, including Elsy, who's here. So Elsy Adade is executive head of programs at First Insurance Company Limited. Elsy, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I love the smile. Oh, and how are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
This is an inside joke, guys, but it's okay. Well, we go on with it. So today we're talking about something I heard called insurable interest. So the past couple of weeks we've been talking about insurance, and I'm very sure by the time we're done with this this project, I will be a chartered insurer.
Thank you.
Elsy, stop. You should be ready to hire me because all the things that I'm learning right now. And today I want to learn about insurable interest. Now, my understanding is that insurable interest is one of the 6 cardinal principles of insurance. And to the best of my understanding, it means I must be interested in doing insurance on the particular subject matter before going ahead to do so.
Break it down.
Yes, that is it. I want to understand how this insurable interest came about and how it became a principle of insurance. So for the lay person like myself who's listening right now, Elsy, what is it? What is insurable interest?
Yes, first and foremost, I want to say a good afternoon to all your listeners and to thank you for the opportunity to be here this afternoon.
Awesome.
Yes, I believe that before anybody takes up an insurance, it is important for them to consider the interest, which is a financial relationship that should exist between the person taking up the insurance, and in the event that there's a loss, they should be able to have something that will take care of them, and the relationship has to be legal. So a typical example is somebody who is married could have an interest in the wife and also interest in the children, because at the end of the day, if something happens to the husband, it is the wife and the children who are likely to suffer and suffer more.
Oh. So do you get it?
I think so.
You think so? Oh, please, you have to explain it again to Sewa. Please, explain it again to her.
Yes, I'm saying that it's important that before you take up an insurance, you should look at something that you suffer financially in the event that the incident occurs. Once you take up a life insurance on somebody would suffer financially, like a spouse or the children who are likely to suffer because daddy or mommy is not coming home with the money that they used to have or bring home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a BBC
Exactly.
So what you
Who are interest
You got it?
Like this.
Yes.
How for do
How for do what?
Say BBC Bibi to me wom.
Oh, me who won't me who won't party me. Anyway, so why can't I buy life insurance policy on, let's say, a neighbor's child, since probably he lost his job, no help coming from anywhere, but maybe I personally feel that I need to do this?
Yes, I believe that with your neighbor's child, you have a moral authority to take care of them. But if you are considering insurance as a principle, you are not suffering any direct financial loss as a result of the person dying, or as a result of the person losing a job. So we are always saying that once you can establish the fact that in the event that something should happen and you are suffering directly, then you have an interest in the life or the in the life or the property that you are insuring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So I mean, it applies to my car, right? I mean, in the event that something happens to it, it affects me directly.
Exactly, because at least you paid some amount of money to purchase the car.
Okay.
So you have a direct financial loss should an accident occur if you don't have an insurance. So you should insure your car and your life.
All right. So let's assume that my sister-in-law, right? She has a shop. I give her money to stock it. Can't I insure the shop? Because I give her money where you stock the thing. The things when they inside, be my money where she take buy them.
Both of us.
Not at all.
Okay.
If we are looking at you insuring the shop, we have to establish your relationship with your sister-in-law. Are you in a relationship of business partnership? So that you say that you have a direct interest. If it's just you buying one or two items in the shop, then your interest is not deeply rooted in law.
Okay. Makes sense.
From what you've just explained, must someone be a direct relation before I can buy insurance on him or her or their lives or property?
Yes, I always say that before you take up an insurance, you should look at a relationship. And as I started, I mentioned a husband and a wife relationship. It's the income of the man and it's the income of the wife that is used to support the home. So in the event that the partner is no more there, that income will cease to come in.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that once there is the income that is lost, there has to be a replacement of that income. So the relationship has to be well established before. If not, anybody at all who doesn't have any interest can just be insuring people for their own ill motives, which we want to make sure that we avoid, so that legitimate people take up insurance for their loved ones.
How about if I'm not married yet, but my partner and I, we love each other and we've got accounts together.
You want to insure in Penatrin?
What if? It's just a
what
question.
If you're saying you are doing Penatrin, you are doing Awasha and Salome,
I just
and you
want
to
to
do
check.
insurance for it?
Let me check.
Okay, you finish checking.
Okay. I would say that naturally you have an insurable interest in your own life, because there could be the possibility of you getting ill, which could be critical illness or total and permanent disability. So, or even ultimately death. So regardless, you have an interest in your life. And in the same way, we can say that when you marry, then you can have a financial interest between you and your partner. In Planchi, it's not recognized as law.
You see? When you marry, say why you na wale.
You too, when you marry. Did you see the energy with which he says why you na wale? Meanwhile, who now to own Adade?
Okay, you're moving on. So, how does this insurable interest play out in an employer-employee relationship?
Okay. Essentially, let me use yourself as an example.
That's right.
You are a key stakeholder in the multimedia group.
True.
So it means that your employer is expected to assist you or take an insurance in your life because he has an interest in your life. So essentially, if you are looking at the relationship of employee-employer, it's always important that in the event that something happens, the people who are depending on you financially are actually given the needed benefits that they require based on your contribution to the multimedia group. So everybody must have a life insurance, and everybody must take it, at least for the people that depend on you financially.
Elsy, you see, it's not just the knowledge of the thing you are telling me. The person with which you say, what? The passing with you. Somebody says, "What a passionate insurance baby." This one be like lectures, insurance 202. No, but honestly, you've explained it so well. I mean, initially it sounded like an abstract concept, but this has really broken it down perfectly, and I'm so glad you did. Honestly, I'd want to advise my listeners as well to also speak to the team at First Insurance Company Limited, where Elsy is executive head of programs, and they would definitely help you. You should tell me a little bit more about First Insurance Company Limited.
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity.
She's so polite too. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I want to say that First Insurance, we have a unique product, and which is called Buy Term and Invest in Mutual Funds.
Okay.
The whole objective of our product is to make sure that people are adequately covered. We don't want a situation when somebody loses a partner, the insurance proceeds or the amount that is given to the person is not enough. Quite recently, I paid a claim and it was over 150,000. I can say that the family felt a great sense of relief because they knew that they cannot replace the life. But what they can do is the economic value that the person was bringing.
Yeah.
So at least that provides an opportunity for people to take a deep breath and to say that at least the person who was working did something well to help the family. So I encourage everybody to also take up a life insurance policy. Aside the buy term and invest in mutual funds that First Insurance had, we also have education policy. We believe that most people struggle at the tertiary level. And it's important that now that you are planning to have your family and your spouse around, you should consider the long term, especially at the tertiary level, to make sure that you take very good care of them.
Okay, amazing. Well, you might want to speak to the team at First Insurance Company Limited, and they would definitely sort you out. Elsy Adade is executive head of programs. Thank you so much, Elsy. I wish we would do this again.
Thank you, and thank you so much for all your time and all the listeners out there.
And this was proudly put together by the Ghana Insurers Association. We say insurance companies, claims payment is our business. If you have any complaints or have any issue, you'd want clarification on any of the issues that we've talked about here as well, you can call the Complaints Bureau on 0800 44 2000. That's 0800 44 2000, and you speak to the team at the Ghana Insurance Company. Elsy, great spending time with you. I'm glad that you've convinced Sewa that you can't insure Impnatri. You can't insure
someone out
you
there.
Can't insure Laimomo.
I asked for someone.
You asked for who? You asked for yourself. Yana Wale.